At exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds into Proud Mary, Prince's hands hit his knees, his chest heaved, and 22,000 people watched a 28-year-old collapse while a 49-year-old woman accelerated past him in 4-inch heels. But 90 minutes earlier, backstage in his own dressing room, Prince had made a promise he couldn't keep. "I'll match your pace, Tina." Youth beats experience. The Forum in Los Angeles blazed with purple lights. August 15th, 1988. The Lovesexy tour at its peak. Prince had just finished his splits during Kiss, the move that made crowds lose their minds, the signature that proved he could defy gravity and biology simultaneously. But splits were explosive, short bursts. 3 seconds of impossibility followed by recovery time while the band played and dancers took over. What Prince didn't understand yet, what 22,000 people were about to witness, was that explosions burn fast and marathons win long. Tina Turner understood. She'd been running for 28 years, 6:30 p.m., 90 minutes before showtime. Prince's dressing room door opened without a knock. Not rude, just confident. The kind of confidence that came from 3 decades on stages around the world. Tina Turner walked in wearing sweatpants and a tank top. Not glam, work clothes. Prince stood immediately. Tina Turner, legend. His voice carried genuine awe. "Proud Mary, what's love got to do with it?" Icon. Tina's handshake was firm, her eyes sizing him up like a trainer evaluating an athlete. "Prince, talented, you're good." She sat without being invited. "I saw Rolling Stone, you number 4, me number 2. You deserve number 2, maybe number 1. Prince sat across from her. "Your energy on stage is legendary." "Thank you." Tina leaned forward. "But I want to ask, have you earned that number 4? Or is it hype?" Prince's back straightened. "Earned? I perform 2 hours. Dance, sing, play guitar. Splits, yes. Very athletic." Tina interrupted. "But after the split you stand still, catch your breath. Band plays, dancers perform, you rest. I don't." "You do. I've studied your performances. You're explosive, short bursts, high energy, then break, then explosive again." Tina's voice wasn't mean, just matter of fact. "That's sprinter technique, not marathon." Prince felt his competitive edge rising. "And you're saying?" "I'm saying that Child would be out of breath if he performed like me. Non-stop, no breaks, 2 hours, running across stage in heels, singing live." The word child hung in the air. Prince was 28. Tina was 49. 21 years separated them, but the way she said it made it sound like centuries. Prince stood. "Tina, with respect, I'm 28. You're—" He paused, realizing this was dangerous territory. "I'm 49. Say it. I'm old." Tina laughed, but it wasn't a laugh that gave ground. "But here's what that boy doesn't understand. Stamina isn't about youth, it's about training, conditioning, years of building endurance. I've been performing since 1960, 28 years on stage, running, dancing, never stopping. My cardiovascular system is trained like a marathon runner's." She stood, matching his energy. "You've been performing what? 10 years? 1978? You're a baby. Your body hasn't built that endurance yet. You think I can't keep up with you?" Prince's voice carried challenge, not question. "I know you can't. Not yet. Give you 20 more years? Maybe. But today, that child would collapse trying to match my pace." Tina's eyes lit up. "I'll prove it. Tonight, your concert. Invite me on stage. We perform Proud Mary, my song. 3 minutes. Non-stop movement, no standing still, no breaks. Run, dance, sing. First person who stops or slows down, loses." Prince extended his hand without hesitation. "When I win? If you win, I'll tell Rolling Stone you deserve number 2 and I drop to 3. And when you win?" Tina's grip was iron. When I win, you admit experience beats youth. Training beats natural talent. And you tell the world Tina Turner is queen of live performance, not number 2, number 1. Deal, Prince smiled. But Tina, prepare to drop to number 3. Child, prepare to be humbled. What would you sacrifice to prove you're the best? Prince was about to learn that sometimes the price of pride is paid in gasps for air you can't catch. 8 p.m. The house lights dropped. 22,000 voices erupted as Prince took the stage. Kiss, When Doves Cry, 1999. The Lovesexy tour was electric, and Prince was in his element. Spins that shouldn't be possible, slides across the stage in heeled boots, guitar solos that made the instrument cry. But between each song, there were moments. Seconds where he caught his breath while the band played. Transitions where dancers took focus. Built-in recovery periods that his body had learned to use without him even realizing it. 9 p.m. After Purple Rain, Prince walked to the microphone with a smile that promised something unexpected. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest tonight. He paused for effect. Tina Turner. The forum exploded. Not just applause. Recognition. The Queen of Rock and Roll was in the building. Tina walked onto Prince's stage in a short dress and 4-inch heels, legs that looked like they'd been carved from decades of running. The crowd's noise doubled. She took the microphone, and her voice cut through the chaos with absolute authority. Los Angeles, I challenged this child backstage, told him he can't keep up with me. He thinks he can. The crowd roared with anticipation. This was competition. This was real. Prince took the mic back, smile still confident. I didn't say think, I said I will keep up. We're performing Proud Mary, my song. 3 minutes, non-stop movement, no breaks. First person who stops loses. Tina's eyes locked with his, and admits the other is the better live performer. 22,000 people were on their feet. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was a showdown between generations, between youth and experience, between the explosion and the marathon. The band started. The bass line of Proud Mary filled the forum like a promise and a threat. Prince and Tina stood center stage, side by side, and the race began. The opening bass line hit, and both artists moved. Tina started running, literally running, from stage left to stage right, her legs pumping in 4-inch heels like she was wearing sneakers. Her voice never wavered. Left a good job in the city. Prince matched her, sliding across the stage in his signature glide, adding spins, throwing in a quick split that made the crowd scream. But Tina didn't stop. She hit stage right, spun, and ran back to center. No pause, no recovery moment, just constant motion while singing every word perfectly. Prince came out of his split and followed, but already his breathing pattern was shifting. The split took explosive power. His thighs burned from the stretch. He needed 3 seconds to recover. Tina gave him none. She was at stage left now, microphone extended to the audience, singing, "Working for the man every night and day," while running in place, her legs never stopping their rhythm. Prince reached her, matched her energy with a series of quick spins. The crowd was losing their minds. This was incredible. But inside his chest, something was happening that Prince had never felt before during a performance. His heart rate was climbing faster than usual. The split, the running, the spins, no breaks between them. His body was being asked to sustain explosive output without recovery. Tina grabbed his hand and pulled him across the stage, both of them running together now, singing the chorus. "Big wheel, keep on turnin'." 1 minute in. Prince was already breathing harder than he'd ever breathed in any previous performance. And Tina looked like she'd just started warming up. Proud Mary, keep on burnin'. The tempo accelerated. Tina accelerated with it. She was at stage right again, but now she added something Prince hadn't expected. While running, she started doing leg kicks, high kicks, at 49 years old, in heels, while singing. Prince tried to match. He spun, slid, added another split, but coming out of the second split, his legs shook slightly. Not enough for the audience to see, clearly, but enough that he felt it. His cardiovascular system was screaming. His lungs were pulling air that didn't seem like enough. The purple lights felt hotter than they should. Tina was back at center stage, and she dropped into a squat while singing, then exploded back up, legs still moving in rhythm. Constant motion, zero recovery time. Prince reached her, tried to match the squat, but his thighs, already burning from 2 splits, protested. He modified it, made it a quick dip instead of a full squat. Tina noticed. Her eyes flicked to him for a fraction of a second, not gloating, just observing, like a trainer watching an athlete hit their limit. 2 minutes in, Prince's signature spins were getting slower. Not dramatically. The audience probably couldn't tell, but he could feel it. His body was moving through mud. Every motion required concentration that usually came automatically. Tina was still running, still singing. Her voice hadn't wavered once. Strong, clear, powerful, like she could do this for another hour. But what Prince didn't know yet, what would break him in 45 more seconds, was that Tina wasn't even at her peak pace yet. She'd been holding back, waiting for exactly this moment. The tempo changed. "Rollin', rollin', rollin' on the river," and Tina Turner stopped holding back. She exploded into a sprint, full speed across the stage, faster than she'd moved all performance. Her legs pumped, her heels clicked against the stage like a drumbeat, and her voice soared without a single breath showing strain. Prince tried to match. He pushed off with everything he had left. His legs obeyed, but his lungs didn't. Air wasn't coming fast enough. His vision started to narrow slightly at the edges. He'd never felt this before. Never. In 10 years of performing, he'd never hit a wall like this. Tina reached stage left, spun, ran back to center, still singing, still perfect. Prince made it to center stage, attempted another spin, and felt his legs betray him. At exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds, Prince's hands hit his knees. His chest heaved. The microphone dropped from his grip and hit the stage with a hollow thud that echoed through the forum's sound system. 22,000 people gasped. Tina Turner kept singing, kept running. She circled around Prince like a shark around wounded prey, but there was no cruelty in it, just demonstration, proof. She ran the full width of the stage 3 more times while finishing the song, her voice never faltering, her legs never slowing. When the final note rang out, Tina stood center stage, not breathing hard, just breathing, while Prince remained bent over, hands on knees, pulling air into lungs that felt like they'd been set on fire. The crowd didn't know whether to cheer or stay silent. This had been a battle, and they'd just watched their hero lose. Sheila E., watching from side stage, would later say, "I'd never seen Prince look mortal before." That night, Tina made him human. The child had promised to match the queen. Instead, he'd learned that some races aren't won by those who burn brightest, but by those who've learned to burn longest. Tina walked to Prince, extended her hand, and pulled him upright. Into her microphone, she said words that would echo through music history. "This child is talented, one of the best I've seen. But talent without training is just potential." She turned to the crowd. "He'll learn. Give him 20 years. He'll be unstoppable." Prince took the microphone, still breathing hard, and did something he rarely did in public. Admitted defeat without excuse. "Tina Turner is number 1. Not number 2, number 1. His voice was genuine. "I learned tonight that youth isn't enough. Experience, training, conditioning, that's real power." The crowd erupted. This was humility from someone who never showed it. This was growth happening live. Backstage after the show, Tina found Prince sitting in his dressing room, ice packs on both thighs, still trying to slow his heart rate. "That was educational," he said quietly. "That was necessary." Tina sat beside him. "You're incredible, Prince, but you perform like a sprinter. Short bursts, recovery, burst again. If you want to own the stage for 2 hours straight, you need to train differently." "How?" "Cardio, real cardio, not stage movement, running, swimming, building your aerobic base. Your body is trained for explosions. Train it for marathons." Prince listened. Really listened. "You've been doing this?" "Since 1960. 28 years. My body is a machine because I've trained it to be. Youth fades. Training lasts." 3 months later, Prince hired a cardiovascular trainer, started running 5 miles every morning, added swimming, built his aerobic base. His performances changed. Longer, more sustained energy, fewer recovery moments. In 1989, during the Batman tour, Prince performed 2-hour shows with less visible fatigue than he'd shown in 90 minutes before, critics noticed. "Prince's stamina has somehow increased," Rolling Stone wrote. They didn't know why. Tina knew why. Real power isn't about being the fastest or most explosive. It's about lasting long enough to finish what you started. Tina Turner taught Prince that experience beats youth when experience has been training while youth was just being talented. Do you have the discipline to train for the marathon, or are you still relying on natural talent for the sprint? Share this story if you've ever learned that being good isn't the same as being ready.